pretty interesting, man. It's pretty interesting. Uh, freaking really straight up heavy change. You heard what happened with Russell Brand?
Yeah, well, I heard he was getting accused of, I don't know if it has to do with the girl or something,
What do you
or,
think about that?
damn, I don't know much about it. I just know that a lot of, like, sponsorships dropped him, that he
So,
moved on to Rumble, and I don't know. So
for those of you
that's,
who don't know, Russell Brand is being accused of doing not good things to females back 10, 15 years ago, I think, or whatever the case is. And they're coming out and accusing him of it now, right? And like you said, labels dropped him, companies dropped him, but whatever the case is, he lost sponsorships and all that stuff over an accusation.
yeah.
People are celebrating it. People are thinking that's a good thing. It's like, pretend for a second that you've been accused, not convicted, not taken to trial, not found guilty by a jury or your peers, just accused of something, and you immediately lose your livelihood. You immediately lose your job. See, I told people, and other people said the same thing, when they did this to Alex Jones, whether you like Alex Jones or not, everybody was celebrating it because they didn't like him. Well, now they're doing it to Russell Brand, right? And this doesn't help conspiracy theorists become less conspiratorial. And the reason I say that is because Russell Brand, for the past maybe 2 years, 3 years, he's been talking a lot about stuff that one would consider a conspiracy theory and making
Yeah.
a lot of sense out of it. Making a lot of sense out of it, bringing documents, showing up proof and things like that. And now all of a sudden, these accusers come out of nowhere, right? And why didn't these accusers come out in the height of the hashtag me
Movement.
movement?
Yeah.
Why didn't they come out then? So everybody's going after Russell Brand and they're doing all this stuff to Russell Brand, who hasn't even been found guilty, right? Yet they're taking.
Have they even, like, pressed charges on him at all, or?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. They're just accusing. It's just accusations now,
Oh,
right?
okay. Damn.
And this guy is being accused of all these things with no proof. And people will say, well, they were probably scared of, like, look, man, if somebody does something to you, you have to report it. You have to report it because at least in the future, you know what I mean? You have a paper trail.
Yeah.
Now there's no paper trail. Now it's just hearsay. Now, as uncomfortable as it is, right? And whether people want to accept it or not, I don't care. Innocent until proven guilty, right? You accuse this man of something, you got to show proof. It sounds almost cold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sounds cold, but at the end of the day, the reason it has to be like that is because you don't want to be accused of something you didn't do and then get treated as if you've been found guilty already. The freak is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this guy, and the reason, look, I don't care what anybody's saying. The reason they're coming after Russell Brand, okay, is because he was speaking critically on Ukraine. He was speaking critically on the jab. He was speaking critically on politics, and not in the way people wanted him to, right? Not in the way that showed that he sided with Joe Biden. Not in the way that he showed that he sided with giving money to Ukraine. Not in the way that showed that he sided with people giving jabs. That's when they're coming after him, and nobody's gonna tell me otherwise because they didn't come after him during the height of the Hollywood hashtag me you know who movement. Nobody came after him then. He wasn't on that list. Speaking of list, he wasn't on Epstein's list either. Bill Clinton was. Anybody's accusing Bill Clinton of doing anything and threatening to take his livelihood away.
Yeah. It
You know,
seems like
who
people
else was
forgot
that?
about that
Bill
list.
Gates
Yeah.
was on it. All these people who were on that list. But this is the only guy who loses his livelihood. The only guy who wasn't on that list over accusations, not even over proof. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These people are disgusting, bro. You don't have to like Russell Brand. And that's another thing too. People, they come after people you don't like so that you're okay with it. Eventually they're gonna come after you, okay? And there's not gonna be anybody else to protect you because you were
Yeah.
okay with it. You gotta fight back and you gotta say this is not okay. You gotta say, show me the proof. Right? Who's the accuser? Well, the identity of the person has to be. No. I think in the United States, you have the right to go to court, right, and find out who is accusing you and face your accuser or face the person you're accusing. Who are these people?
Yeah.
Where they at? And I'm not condoning if he did do, again, like anything else. If he did do that, if there's proof come out that she says, "Oh, why did you do that? I was so scared," and he said, "I don't care," then I understand. But there was one lady who came out, I think, in the Piers Morgan show. She was like, "Yeah, I hung out with Russell Brand. We went to the hotel or to his room allegedly, and things started getting hot and heavy, right? Things started getting high and heavy, and they got to the point where they were about to, you know." And she said, "No, she doesn't feel comfortable." And he said, "Oh, okay, no, not a problem." She went on television and said that,
Yeah.
right? So we want to know what the other person says. Does that look like the behavior of a man who grapes people?
So was it more than one accuser? Or?
Yeah, of course, it's always more than one accuser. It'll be 50 by the end of this week. It'll be 50.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not saying he didn't do it. What I'm saying is he is innocent until proven guilty. Bottom line, until proof comes out, he's innocent. And you know, a lot of these people are also atheists, right? Because they'll say that they believe that there's no proof, and therefore they make the decision on no proof. Well, stick to those principles now. Stick to those principles now. You don't see any proof. Don't make any decisions. Stick to those principles.
Damn.
It's just the bottom line. Yeah. You know, I don't like, as much as you might not like somebody, I don't like, and I'm not okay with the bending of the law just because it happens to take out somebody I don't like.
Yeah.
You gotta have more principle than that. You gotta say, no, this is not right. You imagine you lose your livelihood. Some random person can just come over here and say you did this to them, and then your job drops you without any proof.
Yeah, I'm sure that's happening a lot now too.
Yeah, you know, like what the freak, man.
Yeah.
And the woman celebrating or being okay or kind of happy about this, like, you don't have any sons, you don't have any brothers, you don't have a father. That if somebody accused them of doing something like that, you'd want proof. You wouldn't want them to just be treated like a criminal before they even get convicted, before they even get their day in court. What the freak is wrong with you people, yo? How's that okay?
Yeah, I think they're no longer thinking about themselves, but they just think about, I don't like this person, I want them to like suffer or something.
It's like a related to the immediate gratification, right? They're not thinking about the future. They want it now, right? They want
instant gratification.
Yeah, they want this guy to be convicted now. They don't care how. They don't care what laws get broken. They want him gone now. And then in the future, they're surprised when now they're the ones getting convicted or thrown in jail with no evidence. So they didn't think, because it's part of the instant gratification culture.
Oh, I see.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, I don't know, think if you do this, okay, and you want him convicted now without him going to court, if you're okay without him losing everything, without him getting a fair trial, in the future when that happens to you,
With anything,
but history has shown that it will happen to you.
Yeah.
It will. It always does. Nobody stops at, oh, okay, this guy's gone, or, you know, they don't want justice. And that's how you know that this doesn't come from justice, because they keep going and going and going and going and making crimes up or alleged crimes up where evidence is shady at best. You know, somebody does a crime, let's take him to court, and that's it, and let the system handle it.
Yeah.
But nope, they'll keep looking. First it was Alex Jones, now it's Russell Brand. Pretty soon it'll be some guy who says something they don't like. Some guy who said that Joe Biden is too old to run. Anything.
What do you think about because it seems like there's two sides right now and one side's winning. What do you think about the other side? Why do you think a lot of people are like into conspiracy theorists or like into all these different topics? They don't accuse the other side of things.
What do you mean?
Accuse them in a way of like, so a lot of things, there's a lot of theories about like UFOs, a lot of theories about like
so look,
the jab.
they do accuse them. It's just that they get treated as lunatics and pariahs.
Oh.
They don't own the megaphone. They don't own the media outlets. They're not constantly being shadow banned on YouTube. You know what I mean? They're not constantly having their content taken out of context on other channels,
Yeah.
like the conspiratorial people, like the people who said it won't be just 2 jabs. You'll need a whole bunch of boosters, like the conspiratorial people that said, oh, this is not safe and effective. Like their advertising. Remember before
Yeah.
it was safe and effective, and it was neither. You know, they they do say stuff and they do accuse the other side of doing it, but nobody listens. Nobody listens.
Like no one like goes to court or shows the
Right,
proof
right, right.
or
Like remember when Kavanaugh was getting sworn into the Supreme Court of the United States, and all these accusers came out of nowhere, and they had to do like a big show and a big trial and all that stuff.
yeah.
He's a Republican. When somebody came out and accused Biden of doing something similar, allegedly, you think there was, while Biden was running for office, you think there was anybody setting up courts and stuff like that? And he had to stand up there and explain himself? No, it was written off as some right wing nut job just said that, blah blah blah.